Welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Ladies and gentlemen, all of our hearts continue to go out to the people of Los Angeles, where, as we speak, wildfires continue to burn. After almost a week, devastating over 40,000 acres and forcing 150,000 people to evacuate. California, all of America sees you and is with you. And Americans are putting our money where our mouths are. On GoFundMe alone, Americans have donated more than $50 million to the effort. And if you... Yeah. That's the spirit. Yeah. If you want to give but you don't know where, you can scan this QR code right here to see a list of charities that are on the ground addressing immediate needs of the people who've been affected by this tragedy. And it's not just Americans who are pitching in, because Canada and Mexico are sending teams to help California fight the fires. Gracias, Mexico. Gracias. You know? Yeah. And to Canada, gracias, eh? I don't speak Canadian, but I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. Hey, you know who's not helping? Congressional Republicans, because they want strings attached to California's fire aid. That is an awful, awful way to respond to any emergency. 911, what's in it for me? Regardless of the fact that the most recent annual report shows that California put in $83 billion more into the federal treasury than it got back, you're hearing stuff like this from Senator John Barrasso of Wyoming, a state whose entire population is smaller than the morning rush crowd at the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf on La Cienega. Jim?
There can't be a blank check on this, however, because people want to make sure that as rebuilding occurs, as things go on in California, they have to be resilient so that these sorts of things can't happen again. And the policies of the liberal administration out there, I believe, have made these fires worse.
Yes, we must demand changes to clearly liberal policies like wind. First, it's blowing one way, then it's blowing the other. It's time to end the bisexual breeze. That's what's starting the fires. Plus, if liberal policies don't start fires, then why did the Forestry Service make this PSA?
Only you can prevent universal pre-K.
As is often the case, the very worst commentary is coming from the very worst commenter, Donald Trump. Rather than pledging desperately needed federal aid to America's most populated state while it's still on fire, Trump has blamed California's leaders, calling them incompetent Poles, and renaming the governor Governor Gavin Newscum. Of course, during a crisis, it's a tradition for the president to bully and demean the governor whose state where the tragedy is occurring. That's why during Hurricane Sandy, Barack Obama wasted no time heading to New Jersey to give Chris Christie a wedgie. Not easy. Not easy. Trump is also being a jerk to other countries. Take Greenland, which is his plan, evidently. And now we know what that might cost. Recently, the Financial Times estimated Greenland had a valuation of $1.1 trillion. Now, to put that in terms you'll understand, that's a lot. But Trump seems to have a different price in mind.
Don Jr. and some of your team just got back from Greenland. What's the price tag?
Well, maybe no price tag.
So just steal it? Denmark, you're going to want to put Greenland in one of those locked cases with the toothpaste at Walgreens. According to Trump, Don Jr.'s recent visit proved just how much the Greenlanders love MAGA. I
can tell you, you saw the clips that were released. The people of Greenland would love to become a state of the United States of America. We were greeted with tremendous love and affection and respect.
Yeah, there's just one problem. According to Danish media reports, all those clips of Greenlanders greeting Don Jr. with tremendous love and respect were staged after Don Jr. rounded up homeless people from the area, promising them a meal in exchange for their participation. Not only is that sad, it also explains the newest Greenlander, Rudy Giuliani. That is not anything. That's not Greenlandish. That's not Greenlandish. I just want to take a second here. This is not in the script. I just want to take a sidestep here to point out how tough do you have to be homeless in Greenland?
Wow. Damn.
Residents of Greenland, not being paid by John Jr., have a different take on Trump's plans. They're saying that they are a bit concerned and scared, but also that it's also a little bit of a joke. Yes. The best jokes are always concerning and scary. That's why Greenland's top stand-up comic is Gunnar the Horse Strangler. Of course. It's funny. It's funny at first. Of course, Trump's buddies in Congress are trying to downplay his crazy like they always do. Like Senator from Oklahoma, where the bangs come sweeping down your face. James Lankford. Lankford was asked about Trump's threats, and he said this.
The United States is not going to invade another country. That's not who we are.
No, that's not who we are. It's not who we are. If you don't believe me, ask Mexico, Panama, Nicaragua, Guatemala, Vietnam, Lebanon, Haiti, the Philippines, Congo, Cuba, Libya, and Iraq. They will all agree, or they won't be invaded again. Hey, here's a little something in the smile file from Donald Trump this past Friday, because after a lifetime of contempt for the law, Trump was finally facing sentencing for his felony conviction in his New York hush money trial. Judge Juan Merchan slapped him with declined to impose any punishment. The technical name of the not at all punishment Trump received is unconditional discharge. And you know Trump is no fan of unconditional discharge. That's how he got Eric. These are. That's how he got Eric. Yeah. There are going to be a few consequences. For instance, Trump now can't own a gun. Mr. President, you'll understand, since you were convicted for public safety, we cannot allow you to own a firearm. Okay? Okay, next up. Here are the launch codes. This button destroys civilization as we know it, and this one orders you a Diet Coke. Or shoot, is that the other way around? With Trump's inauguration looming, we've officially entered Joe Biden's final week as president. So Joe's doing all the fun stuff. This weekend, Biden honored Pope Francis with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. It's the highest American honor received by a pope since John the 23rd got the J.D. Power and Associates Award for Best Mid-Sized Pope. Biden was supposed to travel to Italy for the ceremony, but he decided to cancel because of the California wildfires. Instead, he bestowed the award to the Pope during a phone call. Since Biden is 82 and Pope Francis is 88, this is the first Medal of Freedom awarded over consumer cellular. You know their slogan, Mom, did you fall? Don't call me at 7 a.m. unless you fell. Stay safe, Mom. You stay safe. There was big news this weekend from the world of tennis, a.k.a. Big Pickleball, because it was the official kickoff of the Australian Open, and an American tennis star vomited mid-match. The sixth star was the world's 16th ranked tennis player, Frances Tiafoe, seen here sliding into home net. All right, Jim, these people have waited long enough. Let her rip. There's Tiafoe at the bottom in the red. He's feeling a bit flirpy. He walks over to the sideline and boom, shakalaka. That is a massive scandal. He hurled on center court, and the ball girl didn't even try to catch it. But the most incredible part of this story is that Tiafoe then went on to win the match. Amazing. Come on. That is good for him, but rough for his opponent. So the other guy started puking while you were playing? Geez, how much did you win by? You won, right? Anyway, it's a crazy story, and you can see it all in the steamy new Zendaya movie. We got a great show for you tonight. My guests are David Schwimmer and poet Kwame Alexander. But when we come back, is your favorite social media site getting shut down? Yeah.